All right, we're back on Open Line tonight talking about a bill to legalize medical marijuana in Tennessee. A lot of your phone calls coming in. We appreciate it. We're going to try to get through as many. Before the break, we talked about some of the concerns from some lawmakers. I know you're talking to them every single day.
Every day.
Trying to change minds because you did a 180 on this topic after you started reading and really studied it. And now you're on board and actually sponsoring the legislation, Senator. The banking issue. In other states, how do they get around that? The credit unions?
Some credit unions that are not chartered with the federal government, and there will be an industry that will make certain that there's a way to do the money. And then I think the banks will come around, and at the federal level that will happen. But right now, even though 33 states are doing it, even though some have done it as long as 20 years, we're having this reticence. It still acts like nobody knows, you know, we've got blinders on, and I still lay that at the feet of Giant Pharma.
Yeah.
And I think that they have controlled a lot of the disinformation, misinformation, the scare tactics, and when you lay it on the table, what we're getting at the pharmacies right now are an option to be able to get something that's natural and that is non-addictive and that will not cause just tremendous damage all over your body if you take it. Sometimes the pharmaceuticals, the cure is worse than the condition.
Let's go to Donald, who's been holding on line 9. Hey, Donald.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. Appreciate you holding. Go ahead.
I truly think that they should legalize medical marijuana. I moved to Arizona for almost a year just so I could do the medical marijuana, but I recently moved back from Arizona to here to Tennessee due to my friends and family and my grandchildren, and I suffer from complete degenerative disc disease throughout my whole entire spine, and I've tried a number of different treatments because I also have nerve damage and severe arthritis throughout my spine and my joints and my body. I also suffer from severe anxiety and depression, and I've literally died from taking medications that's been prescribed to me before. I've actually had to been revived in the store from medicines and stuff that have taken bad side effects on me. And I learned that in the dispensaries in Nevada, that when you go in, they have a chart up there and it lists all the different strains of marijuana and what those particular strains what effect it has for different parts of the system and everything like that.
And with these,
and I just think that people need to be more knowledgeable about it.
And in the states like Arizona, the medical marijuana states, not just the states with recreational legalization, but the medical, they've really got this down botanically to a science.
It is not a mystery. You don't need to research and see what's going to happen. As you said earlier, we can't research it. It's illegal to research it in America now. And so you look at what has taken place, and my touchstone is Israel. I trust Israel right now more than I trust the FDA. That might not be politically correct to say, but I do. And when you go into these stores, there's strains. When they're grown, they are growing clones of a strain so that you keep that exact genetic profile. They know how much you need of the THC, the ratio of THC to CBD. It's settled science. It's working. People are getting relief. And it's just unconscionable to me that we're making people go out and buy it. Let's see, the bus station is how far from here? You could buy anything you want over there, I'm sure, all day long. But that is not controlled, and it's not, you're really not sure if you're getting way too much THC and you're getting pesticides, herbicides, who knows what's in that. This would be very well controlled and grown, and it will be taxed, and it will create a revenue stream. The more important part is the medical relief.
Betty is on the line. Hi, Betty.
Hello, my name is Teresa.
Oh, Teresa, I'm so sorry. I hit the wrong line there. Teresa, go ahead.
That's okay. I was wanting to ask you a question about that. I talked to that druggist about that.
Yep.
I have pancreatitis, and from what I've been told, there's nothing you can do about it. And I've had back surgery, and I've got another disc that's done messed up. My husband had 2 surgeries, and he ended up having a stroke and dying later on, just a few years ago. But I'm kind of scared of it in a way, because, you know, it wasn't legal, and what it did to me, I only took one puff. It made me where I couldn't walk.
Well,
I got scared. You know, I thought I was paralyzed. And I found out later on somebody must have laced it with something.
this is what we're talking about, the lack of control and supervision. Thank you for your call, Teresa. We appreciate it.
But it's ironic that that was a bad experience, and certainly that must have frightened her. But I suspect it was laced with something. And
it's not. This is not for everyone.
No,
it's not going to be forced upon people.
No.
It's just going to be an option for people with certain conditions.
But there she had the litany of things that have happened due to the pills that she's getting from the pharmacist, and we're adults. We have responsibility, and we have to take accountability for our own health in a lot of ways. And I think we're more apt to do that than our parents were.
Yeah.
We want to be involved in the choices.
We're going to take another break and wrap things up with the state senator right after this. Stay with us.